Good evening, everybody. The scene is Cologne, which staged 5 World Cup games back in 2006. One of them, England 2, Sweden 2, which Steven Gerrard and Joe Coles, England scorers that night, will certainly remember. No English clubs, but this is a heavyweight final, all right. Sevilla, serial winners of this competition, and Inter, a club with so much history and tradition, trying to revive past glories in their famous blue and black stripes. Romelu Lukaku, what a move it's been for him from Manchester United to Inter, where he is big headline news in Italy. It's a final, let's be honest about it, we thought might never take place in this strange, tragic and traumatic year. So hats off to everybody who's enabled professional football to take place these past few months. And I can tell you there were about 150 Inter fans who travelled from Italy in blue and black striped shirts outside the gates. They won't see the game, just wanted to cheer the team bus on the way in. Sevilla's top scorer, Lucas Ocampos, has been passed fit to play despite a painful-looking injury against Manchester United. The man who got the winner that night from the substitutes bench, Luc de Jong, remember he was briefly at Newcastle, starts this time at the expense of the Moroccan Youssef Al-Nassiri. Otherwise, it's the team which accounted for United and Wolves. Ever Banega, the playmaker, playing his last game for Sevilla against one of his former clubs. Bound to be a big influence as well. A first European final for referee Danny McAlee of the Netherlands. Might be an empty stadium, but this will be very intense, as all the games have been, both here and in Portugal. Inter unchanged for the 4th game running. Romelu Lukaku attempting to extend a remarkable record of having scored in his last 10 games in the Europa League. And it's a poignant night for Ashley Young, who was injured for Manchester United when they won in the final 3 years ago. He makes it this time. None of this team have won a trophy with this famous club. They aim to put it right here tonight. Should be a good one, this, Robbie.
Should be a fantastic game. Inter 111 goals in all competitions this season. You know, we know how good they are defensively as well. Best defence in Serie A against a Sevilla side who have beat Wolves. Manchester United rode their luck at times, but what an opportunity to win this trophy for the 6th time. Should be a cracker, Ian.
And a lot might depend on whether Sevilla can contain the 54-goal partnership of Romelu Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez, both of whom scored twice against Shakhtar Donetsk in the semi-final. Seems almost impossible to believe, but Inter have had so many problems over the last decade. They haven't won a trophy for 9 years of any type since the Coppa Italia in 2011. And Sevilla, well, you've heard the stories, who make a habit of winning this competition. It's very, very special to them and their many supporters.
You see the disappointment in Ocampos when he come off against Manchester United. Once again, his right hamstring is heavily strapped. It'll be interesting to see how he goes tonight.
Yeah, we wondered whether he might make that, the expression on his face when he came off, but he has. He just made that one change, bring in Luc de Jong. Just a hunch maybe that he's going to rediscover some goal-scoring form. D'Ambrosio here doing the covering back on the right-hand side. And the Sevilla players didn't like the look of that one bit as Reguilon goes down.
D'Ambrosio, isn't it? And you can see all the Sevilla officials down below us signaling for a card. And I'm sure they're signaling for a red card. I'm sure This would be checked. His elbow was up. We'll have to wait for the replay. Here we go. Just watch D'Ambrosio's right arm. No, he's just tried to hold him off. It's a foul. It's not intentional elbow, is it, Ian?
Peter Walton is with us, our refereeing expert. We'll call him in just a moment, maybe, about that. He had a second swipe, didn't he? But I don't think either made contact with the face, but he was... I think they knew about Reguilon's problems down the left-hand side. He's caused some havoc. Suso's going to take the free kick here. Former Liverpool player towards the near post. Nothing doing this time for Sevilla. Peter Walton, what did you think of that? Those calls from Inter for a red card there?
Well, it's clearly putting the pressure on the referee who's making his debut in the final this evening. So let's see how it goes. But there's pressure put on him. That wasn't a red card, as Robbie said. It was just a handoff. It was a foul, but no red card.
Ocampos not very well dealt with at all. And just for a moment there, Inter wobbled, but they've got something going on the break here with Barella towards Lukaku, who's going to take on Diego Carlos, who's already given away 2 penalties in this competition in the last 2 rounds. And that might be another one.
Well, the referee's got a yellow card in his hand. For me, that has to be a red, because there's no intention at all to play the football. He's grabbed him outside the box. It continues inside. For me, it's going to be a yellow, but I think that should be a red. No intention to play the ball.
Well, what drama in the opening minutes here, and what a start for this referee in his first European final.
Here we go. Great pace, strength. You can see he's grabbing him. No attempt to play the ball. That has to be a red card.
And it has to be a penalty too, doesn't it? Because it carries on inside the box. Peter Walton quickly on this one.
First of all, it's a penalty kick. We can clearly see the foul has happened with inside the area. Robbie's right there. It just raised the question, should that be a double jeopardy rule where the player going for the ball will get a yellow card? For me, I think that's a pull where he's not going for the ball and should have been a red card offence.
But it is yellow. He's backed off from that. That is a huge debating point, really. Just a yellow. Remarkably, that player has given away penalties in the quarter-final, the semi-final, and now the final. And Romelu Lukaku is going to have this penalty. He's 100% so far from the spot for Inter, 7 out of 7. Up against Yassine Bono, the goalkeeper, who did save against Raul Jimenez of Wolverhampton Wanderers, but was beaten by Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United. Lukaku does it! Inter ahead within 5 minutes, and Lukaku amazingly has now scored in 11 successive games that he's played in this competition.
And his 34th goal for Inter this season, his debut season up there now with the great Ronaldo. Great penalty, little stutter, and then just puts it in the corner. Fantastic penalty. He won the penalty and he stuck it away. 1-0 Inter.
Incident-packed start. Can do no wrong, it seems, since his move to Italy.
I said before the game to Daryl Curry, Ian, that, you know, if I was Lukaku, I'd be going onto Diego Carlos, and that's exactly what's happened. He's got the penalty. The yellow card is interesting. There was no intention to play the ball. I think they've got that one wrong, VAR.
Yeah, it wasn't just a mistimed challenge. He just cynically took him out. But Danny McAlee has, well, it's a reprieve, really, that yellow card. Once again, though, he was beaten for pace, just in the same way that Adama Traore beat him for pace for Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's his record just in this competition. As Robbie told you, he's up to 34 for the season. That equals the great Ronaldo's debut season for Inter 22 years ago. Still time to beat it too.
Got to say, once again, the fullbacks you know, were up the pitch for Sevilla. Yes, it was a throw-in, but that was the space there. Lukaku's running. He went into that space where Reguilon wasn't there. Just great play.
Went out of play before D'Ambrosio could attempt to keep it in.
Let's not forget Sevilla conceded early against Manchester United, didn't they, after 8 minutes? Went on to win the game 2-1.
And they came from behind, didn't they, in the final they had against Liverpool. They are a resilient bunch, full of character and spirit, and no little skill as well. By the way, go to BT Sport Extra 1 HD if you want to hear the game without the added crowd effects. And by the way, it is quite noisy. As empty stadiums go, there's a bit of a racket going on here because there's a lot of Sevilla fans dressed in suits. I think it's the delegation, but I wouldn't be totally sure because they've been making a racket ever since they got in here. And I told you about the Inter fans waiting outside, 150 of them, devotees, just to cheer the team bus on the way in. Ambrosio is going to take the throw. Scorer of one of the goals in the semi-final when Inter hit 5 past Shakhtar Donetsk, who rather fell apart in the second half of the game. Here's the young defender Bastoni, who's made a very good impression this season, coming into the side, keeping Skriniar out of it.
Yeah, I thought he played very well in the semi-final. Yeah, he wasn't under much pressure. He was composed on the ball. Great left foot.
Hugo Godin, who's attempting to win this competition for the 3rd time, did it twice with Atletico Madrid.
You listened to Ince before the game, and the way that went in to lose the ball, they all sprint back towards their own goal, try and get back in their shape. You know, some people say that they like to sit deep. It's just very good defensively. They're organised, but 112 goals now in all competitions. You know, I watch them quite a lot in Serie A. They do like to attack teams.
That's a modern club record as well for Inter, by the way, that goal tally. So that's a jolt for Sevilla, who've come into this game on a club record 20 games unbeaten, going back to February the 9th. It was interesting, you're right, Robbie, when they conceded against Manchester United, they quickly gathered themselves together, started asking some quite big questions, came up with an equaliser, and to ride their luck a bit and defend well at the start of the second half, and then found a winning goal. Here's Banega, the man who pulls the strings in midfield. Ocampos, despite all the bandaging on his thigh, it seems okay. Suso to lay it wide. Navas to get an important-looking cross in, and De Vrij had to get his balance just to hustle that behind for the corner kick. Banega's going to take the corner kick. Both central defenders, of course, are in there. Luke de Jong comes out here to Suso. Diego Carlos was attacking it in there. It's come back to Suso again. Don't seem to have been thrown by that goal at all, do they?
No, the same happened against Manchester United when they conceded. They seemed to then just enjoy the possession of the football. Had more possession against Manchester United, and you know, this is exactly what happened. You see it early now, taking control of the football.
Jordan lays it back. Navas plays it in, and there's the equalising goal. And the decision to play Luke de Jong has paid off, because he's come up with a near post header. Some start here, 1-1 already.
What a start to the game. Luke de Jong making that run across the near post. Possession-based football. They go behind, but they're still composed in the way they play, patient. Just watch the runner, Luke de Jong. He's by the penalty spot at the minute, then he just moves across. Golding, diving header. Handanovic gets an arm to it, but the power of the header runs across that near post. Navas with a cross. Great centre forwards run, powers it in. 1-1.
Another goal set up by Jesus Navas, the former Manchester City player. He's another one trying to win this competition for the third time with his hometown club. He set it up, but that was some header by Luke de Jong, who's now scored twice in the competition. Look at the exasperation on the face of Romelu Lukaku. But it sets up the game, doesn't it, this, for the neutrals? Not that there are many of them in here. Apart from you and me, of course. He'd been on an 11-game goal drought as well, until he scored against Manchester United the other night. Often the way of it, isn't it, for strikers after the drought, the flood. Got to give it to Julen Lopetegui, the coach, really. I think he had a hunch that maybe that might be the key for de Jong, and put him back in the starting lineup tonight. Good decision.
Yeah, it was a good run, wasn't it? You know, he just moved out and then sprinted across that near post. The pace on the ball from Navas was good. Good start to a final, Ian.
Yeah, so much for the cat and mouse chess match that some people were predicting. There's Ocampos, who can be a real handful. He's got 17 goals this season, and his value has shot up. The club only paid about 13 million for him. Sousa to Banega. Reguilon, who always wants to make that run ahead of Ocampos, and hits the byline and gets in crosses from there. Suso. Ocampos didn't get hold of it, not really.
Yeah, I think his release clause now is, I think, 63 million euros. Ocampos is just feeling his hamstring there when he cut inside.
Yes, I said there was no sign, but he is, isn't he, a little bit? Keep an eye on that one. There are stories that the team he scored against here, Wolves, are quite interested in maybe trying to secure his signature. It'll take a lot of money. Here's Lukaku. Fernando got a little foot in. Around the corner by Ocampos. Both of these teams, by the way, by virtue of their league position, Inter second in Italy and Sevilla fourth in Spain, are qualified already for the Champions League next season, which means they won't have to do it by this route, and that has given a little break to Rennes, who finished third in France, who now will go in straight into the group stage of the Champions League. Here's Barella, very highly regarded young midfield player, trying to find D'Ambrosios around this time. Diego Carlos does have the speed to get there. That might be quite a long debate about whether he should have stayed on the pitch. So he goes and heads the winner now. Football often works out like that, doesn't it? Bastoni. Now Brozovic. Picked a lovely ball to Barella. One or two claims there for a handball by Inter. And the referee should not really be allowing the Inter players to gather around the referee. That isn't supposed to happen, but it will, of course. Let's have a look.
See there. His arm's by his side, isn't it? So I think that's in a natural position. Does he move the arm? I'm not so sure he does.
Well, it was him again, wasn't it? There's a check over on that. Pete Walton, what are you saying this one? It's a busy night.
It is a busy night for the referee, but it was a correct decision. As Robbie said, his arm was in a natural position there. The ball went to his arm rather than the arm going to the ball. I don't think it was a penalty kick, and neither does the referee.
And this is a bit of a baptism of fire for the referee, Danny McAlee. Got both the coaches bellowing at him. Lopetegui here, the former Real Madrid and Spain, and Antonio Conte's got a yellow card for his histrionics on the sidelines. Fair to say they're trying to put this official under pressure, aren't they? It's not that edifying a sight as we were remarking the other night.
Yeah, Banega and Conte just having a go at each other as well. Intensity, it's a good final, Ian. Really enjoying it.
It's a dramatic start, all right, isn't it? It's not a great ball out, that by Brozovic. Gagliardini. Lovely pass to get Ashley Young into the game for the first time. Good ball in, and D'Ambrosio had got into a good position. That ball just behind him, slightly.
I don't think D'Ambrosio expected to come through all those shirts. Look, he was slightly behind him, as you said, Ian. You know, he probably would have liked that ball to come across him on his right foot. Just couldn't get a good contact. Slightly behind him. You can see the Sevilla players trying to press.
Suso. De Jong pulling into space beyond Godin. Now then, here's Ocampos. Blocked in his run and going down pretty spectacularly. Again, it was D'Ambrosio involved, as in the opening seconds, and Ocampos is making a bit of a meal of this.
Yeah, it's cynical defender, isn't it? He knows Ocampos has gone past him, just gets his body across. It's a foul. It's not an elbow.
The dialogue continues on the sidelines, and I think that might go on all night as well. I think the officials might need eyes in the back of their heads tonight. Free kick, Sevilla, taken by Banega. And the break is on here. Lautaro Martinez has got there first. Lukaku's arriving to support him. Martinez goes alone, he's still got it too, and goes down in the penalty area. I think really that was just amateur dramatics, frankly, from Martinez.
Got to say, that was wonderful experience defending from Navas. He held, he didn't commit himself. Wonderful defending from the Sevilla captain. Pressurised situation, Martinez running at him. You know, he didn't dive in. Great example to any youngsters watching there.
Lukaku had got up there alongside him for a moment, but Martinez chose to go alone. Meanwhile, Brozovic is in a constant dialogue with the referee, thinking he was fouled in the centre of the pitch just now. Not given. This time Godin's challenge. Well, every single decision here is being contested loud and long, even the most straightforward like that. Is there any debate at all there?
It's a foul, isn't it? You know, Godin just stands his ground, just nudges De Jong in the back. But all the Sevilla officials and substitutes and the squad all up, signalling the hand gesture of the yellow card to the referee.
Got an explosive feel about this, a game that's a bit of a powder keg. There's quite a lot of play acting going on.
But that was a foul on Martinez.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure being put on the referee on every decision. but it's compulsive viewing. Here's Ocampos trying his luck. Got a bit of fizz on that as well.
Great viewing. This is a final. Played at great intensity, a lot at stake. Shot. And Danovic had it covered. He's the defending. Look at Navas. Martinez wants to get on his right foot. He's just kicked the ball away there. Then Martinez goes down.
Diego Carlos again just wanted to take a little bit too much time, which Martinez was not going to give him. Martinez again so pumped up to win what would be his first European trophy. And by the way, Antonio Conte, who's already been booked, the former Chelsea boss, he's never won a European trophy despite 14 years and 7 clubs in this business, which is quite surprising because he's won a lot.
Yeah, I never won one either, Ian.
We'll talk about that one later. Reguilon, who's on loan from Real Madrid and has become a much scouted player. If your club's looking for a left back and has got even a little bit of money, he'd be one of the players that'd certainly be looking at the European scouts. First quarter of the game has absolutely flown by. He's Godin. Massively experienced in his 5th European final in all. Remember, he lost in a couple of Champions League finals with Atletico. Scored in one of them. Here's Lukaku. Does manage to make it stick and is looking to spread the play beyond Navas, who got something to it but not quite enough. Ashley Young trying to find his old teammate Romelu Lukaku, but it was beyond him.
We've seen Sevilla score a goal from a cross-headed goal. You know, we've seen them score a headed goal against Wolves, and you know, Inter have scored 25 headed goals this season, in more than any other side in Europe. So they are good, you know, from crosses and from set pieces as well. But once again, Sevilla player goes down. Campos. D'Ambrosio again. Not much in that, is there?
Certainly not as much as Campos attempted to persuade us. Here's Koundé, only 21, making a big impression in this competition. Banega. Reguilon. Good-looking ball towards the back post, which Bastoni was able to get to.
Great header from Bastoni, wasn't it? Held his position.
Banega switches it effortlessly to Navas, who captains the side here. Once again, Ocampos. I suppose there is a question of how long he can last just carrying that that thigh injury, but I think they've probably calculated we'll take an hour of him. We've got 5 substitutes. Maybe there's more. I think he's probably been told give me as much as you can for as long as you can. Important player for the team. Going for the long throw, which is not won this time by De Jong. Free kick for Sevilla here.
I'm not sure that's a free kick. Martinez on Navas. We'll just watch it here. Just seem to get underneath the ball. Referee gives it though. He's in a good position, the referee. Now we've seen the quality delivery, didn't we, from Banega to set up the winner for Sevilla against Wolves. Yes, it was a short corner, but his quality of the cross for the Campos for the header.
Suso's left foot is another option, but it is Banega with the extra stripe on his sleeve, and it's a Campos trying the header. It's the same routine, wasn't it?
Exactly the same, other than it was a short corner they scored from when Wolves switched off defensively. Same ball in from the same angle, and Campos didn't, just standing still, trying to glance it in that far corner.
Here's Young trying to get Lukaku in behind, and he's done exactly that. Sevilla went to sleep for a moment there. He needs some support here, Lukaku. Nobody within 20 yards of him, and Sevilla are able to cut it out. Brozovic has won it back though. Good challenge from him there. Gagliardini this time, and once again D'Ambrosio, who's might be a bit of a journeyman kind of player when you look at his record. Signed 6 years ago from Torino. He helped a promotion into the big league in Italy, but he makes an important contribution.
He scored a header in the semi-final, didn't he? On that occasion, just couldn't guide it on target. But the ball from Ashley Young, I think the Sevilla players thought Lukaku was offside. I think so did Lukaku, because, you know, he didn't sprint towards the ball.
Bono, the goalkeeper, who was a hero against Manchester United with any number of big saves just after half-time, to leave Manchester United utterly frustrated. Godin to chip it forward. Martinez's clever little header, but this time Diego Carlos was there first. Barella. Barella looks set to be a key man for Italy going forward when the European Championships come round next summer.
Yeah, Paulin speaking highly of Barella before the game. You know, I was very impressed with him in the semi-final. Makes some good runs, doesn't he, when the centre forwards for him to split.
Comes from Sardinia, that's him helping it forward there. By the Croatian Brozovic, and now Bastoni to Young. Gagliardini, again that same ball that we saw just now aimed at D'Ambrosio. Don't forget the Women's Champions League quarter-final. Arsenal against Paris Saint-Germain is on tomorrow, 6:30, BT Sport 1 HD. The Champions League final, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, should be some game. 7 o'clock on Sunday night. For that, we've got the Community Shield Arsenal against Liverpool. That's next Saturday, 4 o'clock on BT Sport 1 HD and Ultimate. And don't forget the Premier League returns on September the 12th on BT Sport. Basically, there is no close season this year.
That was a better starting position defensively from Diego Carlos. Just give himself a couple of yards on Lukaku. Good defending, but for me, he shouldn't be on the pitch. But I'm sure the lads will discuss that at half-time.
Absolutely certain too. Jordan plays it to Suso. He was a little bit quieter in the semi-final than he was in the quarter-final against Wolves, but looks lively tonight. This is him chasing it now. not able to keep it in play. It will be a goal kick. It was at Liverpool when Brendan Rodgers was in charge and played a half against Manchester United in the Premier League, and got a League Cup goal against Middlesbrough during his time with the club. Koundé winning the header well, very well.
For a goalkeeper's kick, they're going man for man. You know, they just 4 against the 4. The full-backs are going against the wing-backs, and then they're just making the keeper Handanovic kick it into the centre forward. Real high press from the goal kick from Sevilla.
Well, this season has been a kind of personal comeback concert for Julen Lopetegui, the man in charge of Sevilla. He's rebuilt his reputation. Remember, he was fired as coach of Spain 2 days before the 2018 World Cup, as news came out that he was about to join Real Madrid.
Brozovic with a foul. Yeah. Banega just gets his right foot to the ball first. Brozovic was committed. Wonder if they'll do the same routine again. Banega looking for Campos, who doesn't move that much, just stays still, just going towards the back post now with Campos.
Here it is again. Towards that back post, and a brilliant header in again from De Jong. He's got them both, and that was a soaring effort to put Sevilla 2-1 up here. They've come from behind again. Sensational header.
Just look at the movement from De Jong. I tell you what an unbelievable header. The leap, and he guides it with power, and it curls into that far corner. Handanovic, no chance. What an unbelievable header. Just look, he run round the back, and the leap, the power in the header, curls into the far corner. Wow. Great ball, great header. What a game.
From Luke de Jong, you might remember he had 12 Premier League games for Newcastle some 6 years ago, never scored. He's got 2 in a European final here, having been recalled to the starting lineup.
It was just the movement, Ian. You know, Campos just went towards the back post. Luke de Jong just went towards the ball, spun around, and then was unmarked, and he had the power in the header. What a goal, especially in a final. Now a chance for Inter.
Once again, Sevilla's extraordinary resilience and fight and skill in this competition comes to the fore. Now how do Inter respond to that? Brozovic with the free kick for them. What is that, 25 yards out or so? Conte is shouting at both of the players hovered over that free kick. Brozovic takes it towards the back post, and there's an equaliser. It's Godin arriving on the back post with a header. Another big goal for the veteran Uruguayan. Extraordinary night in Cologne.
Oh, what a night. What a game. Godin will be disappointed, you know, in Luke de Jong's first goal, let him get across him. This was the foul. Goes down easy, Lukaku, but it's a foul, and then the ball into the box. Wonderful header. The pace on the cross from Brozovic. And then there's Godin, good leap. No chance for the goalkeeper. Another headed goal for Inter, 26 all season. Nobody's got more. 2-2, what a game, what a final.
It's only his second goal of the campaign. And he's now scored in the Champions League final and the Europa League final. Instant reply from Inter.
Are you enjoying this?
Well, what next? You do wonder what next, don't you, here? Just goes on and on and on. Diego Godin, aged 34, does most of his work, of course, as an uncompromising defender. Sometimes you wonder whether he'd let his little boy go past him in the back garden. Here he is on the ball now.
Well, I think that's why I'd be disappointed in Sevilla's first goal from De Jong. The run across him, he was slow to react. Yeah, it was good moving from De Jong. But they are dangerous from set pieces, both sides. 2-2.
Now Gagliardini. Good driving run through the midfield from him. Finds Barella. D'Ambrosini, back to Barella again. Gagliardini with the languid little ball in behind. Brozovic has picked it up. Inter suddenly look full of it again, don't they?
I think he was going to hit that on the volley, but the referee seemed to get in the way for a split second.
Jordan. Wide to Suso.
I'd say it's one, it's not a cage, is it? We'll attack, you attack. We'll put a ball into the box, you put a ball into the box. Great spectacle.
Yeah, I think neither team is going to lose wondering, as they say here. It's a pity there aren't 50,000 fans in here, as there would be to enjoy it. I'm sure those fans outside are standing. I know they're not supposed to, strictly with the protocols, watching this unfold on their smartphones. Fernando. Once again, Navas. Jordan. Navas. Great ball in. And I tell you what, De Jong, they applauds him because he was thinking, I should have been there.
It was a great ball, didn't expect it. Campos, who was on his heels near the penalty spot. There's the header, the first one from De Jong. He's the second one, just peeled round the back, and wonderful header, curl on a header, pointing. That's his second, and he's the equaliser. Godin, brilliant header, pace on the cross, he's happy. But what a ball it was in from Navas, Ian. That Luke de Jong didn't expect it either.
3 of the 4 goals, headers.
I think we expect goals in the Champions League final, Bayern against PSG. I didn't think we'd get 4 goals in the first half in this final.
Or in the whole match, even, if we're being honest about it. Here's De Jong, because he scored loads of goals in his time at PSV Eindhoven. This, incidentally, is the first Spain v Italy European final since 1977 in this competition, when Juventus beat Athletic Bilbao. Brozovic with a pinpoint pass. Barella looking to get D'Ambrosio in behind here, and Reguilon getting back to head it behind, but the flag was up.
Great recovery run, wasn't it, from Reguilon in that left back position. Was offside though. D'Ambrosio, just look at the recovery run from, and the desire from Reguilon to win that header. He didn't know D'Ambrosio was offside.
Suso again for Sevilla, who've won every time they've been in the finals. Barella's going to get a yellow card here.
Lovely little touch, wasn't it, from Banega? The awareness. Yeah, it was a foul from Barella. Playing
against his old club tonight, by the way. Banega had a season with Inter, which included a hat-trick in a match against Atalanta. It was signed when Roberto Mancini was in charge, but it was a bit of a turbulent season with a lot of chop and change. Back on the ball again now with all his craft, all his experience in there. Demanding the ball, usually getting it. Here he is. Suso. Chipped in behind. De Vries got across to do the covering. The tall Dutchman at the heart of that defence. Wasn't a good clearance, not at all, in fact. Free kick to Inter, 2-2 in, well, a more than eventful first half.
Yeah, and Sevilla, they're a strong side defensively in the second half. They haven't conceded a goal in the second half of games in their last 12 in all competitions.
Same scoreline as that England-Sweden World Cup game played here all those years ago. I think Sweden had a very late equaliser as well that night. Henrik Larsson, as I recall. Bastoni.
Good press, yeah. Great mind things alike. Great mind think alike.
Or tired ones. I don't know which.
Great press, wasn't it? Desire to win the ball back high up the park, not letting Inter out. Benet get on the ball. Sevilla 55% possession, trying to dictate play. What a first half! So many incidents.
There's Lukaku looking to find his mate Lautaro Martinez. Martinez has 21 for the season. And Lukaku is up to 34 now. I think most people looking at this final beforehand, despite Sevilla's wonderful record in this competition, thought, well, with those two up front, that might just be the difference. But you can never, ever write off Sevilla when they're playing in the Europa League. Campos skipped away from D'Ambrosio. Fernando, the former Manchester City man, to play it wide. Navas kept it alive. Suso just left the ball behind, and Gagliardini. Might be a yellow card, I think, for that challenge there. Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, Banega knew he'd gone past him. Just watch as he raises his leg. Watch now as it comes up there. Gagliardini. Clever from Banega.
Picks up his 12th yellow card of the season. For all his skills, he does have a feisty side as well. He's in his second spell with the club. Good hold-up play from Lukaku, but then the pass wasn't accurate, was it, for Gagliardini? Reguilón. Suso and Navas, and the telepathic understanding over on that right-hand side. A lot of the trouble for opposition teams comes via that route.
But just look, if Inter win the ball, it's 2v2. You know, for Inter, that on the counter, very dangerous as the full-backs for Sevilla push so high.
Well, Sevilla have a free kick here. This will be almost certainly the last incident of this dramatic first half. Once again, Banega to take it. Looking for a Campos, same header! Tipped over the bar. That was a carbon copy of the goal that they scored against Wolves, only it didn't go in the back of the net, but it worked again. Tipped over the bar, and that is half-time. I think we all need a breather. Breathless stuff here. There might have been a red card for Diego Carlos involved in the incident which gave Inter the lead. Lukaku scoring again. Just watch that last incident. But a million talking points, it seemed. Diego Godin with that equaliser for Inter. Luke de Jong with two great headers for Sevilla. What a game this Europa final is turning out to be. 2-2 at the break. No changes that we can see. Everybody's just waiting for Brozovic to take his place in the Inter midfield, and we'll get going again. It's hard to know which way this might turn next, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. As I said just before the break, you know, Sevilla haven't conceded a second-half goal in the last 12 games. So for those front two, only Gnabry and Lewandowski have scored more goals as a partnership this season in the top 5 European leagues. So what a first half. We're looking forward to the second.
To De Vrij. The goalkeeper's an interesting story for Inter. Samir Handanovic, who's been with the club now for 8 years, never won a trophy, hardly ever misses a game. He's been one of the very top goalkeepers in Serie A for a long time, and he's hoping tonight he ends that run. Not much he could do with either of those Luke de Jong headers, mind you. There's Banega. Remember, he's already been booked in that first half. And a reminder that Antonio Conte got a yellow card as well. Former goalkeeper, the coach of Sevilla, Julian Lopetegui, was on the books of Real Madrid and Barcelona in his time and made a Spain World Cup squad. Away by Gagliardini, and then Diego Carlos puts that onto the sheeting covering the seats rather sadly behind the goal. Don't forget, if you want to watch this game without the added crowd noise, you can go to BT Sport Extra 1 HD. Must be the smallest crowd ever for a European final. The smallest we could ever find for any European final was just over 6,000 when Magdeburg beat AC Milan in a Cup Winners' Cup final in the 70s. We're about 5,500 down on that. But it isn't diluting the drama at all.
All down there, he gets the foul. Gagliardini just getting his body in between Jordan and the ball.
Is Navas, who last won this competition 13 years ago.
It's quite incredible the job Lopetegui's done with Sevilla. 15 players out in the summer, brought 14 players to the football club. Champions League qualification already.
Yeah, and a fair few of them are in their first ever season of European club football. So although the club are pretty experienced in this competition, few of the players out there representing it aren't. Godin, bit of a heavy touch picked up by Fernando. Likewise with him, really, though. Barella was definitely being pulled back in the middle of the field there.
I think it's going to be a yellow card for Jordan. It should be.
He's trying to walk away and melt into the crowd of teammates, but I think the card's coming.
It's not.
No, well,
no. Strange decision. Should have been a yellow card. No question about it.
That's a straightforward case, I'd have thought, in the instructions given to referees. but he's taken a benevolent view. Bastoni. It's only his 5th ever European club game. There's central defender Alessandro Bastoni. Reguilon and Jordan.
That was the run that Reguilon made against Manchester United, wasn't it? You know, on that left-hand side to set up the equaliser for Suso. Tried to make that run again, but the pass was overhit. They are dangerous down that left-hand side.
Well, he's been making those runs all the way through the competition, ever since Sevilla got to Germany, and to some effect as well.
Just look at Christian Eriksen doing quite a big warm-up on the way to our right. So early in this second half, 5 minutes in.
Him, Victor Moses, Alexis Sanchez, all on the bench for Inter. They do have some strength in depth. Picked up by Banega in midfield for Sevilla, but the play is just going to be pulled back here. Barella, who's taken his 2nd knock of the second half already.
Just going to see here what Diego Carlos just catches Barella. There wasn't much in that for me, when the referee gives a free kick.
Godin to feed it wide. D'Ambrosio in there towards Martinez, and this is a chance for Gagliardini. Once again, Sevilla, as they did all night against Manchester United, got a block in.
What a block it was. I think it was Diego Carlos. Read the situation. Gagliardini on his right foot. Just goes for placement rather than power. Low. Diego Carlos. Great interception.
Young plays it back to Bastoni. Then Brozovic was looking for a 1-2. The referee says no. No foul. Gagliardini, the player who stayed down.
This is the chance, isn't it? Martinez run across the near post, and now Gagliardini. Look, Diego Carlos was committed. Great defending, desire to keep the ball out of your own goal. The debate, should he be still on the park? Was there defenders covering? I thought it was a clear goal scoring opportunity, and he didn't try and play the ball, but it's an opinion.
As you say, that debate will rage on, and we will no doubt hear a lot more about it in the post-match interviews, which Darryl Curry will be conducting later on here. Socially distanced substitutes. There are more substitutes than there are starters, the way it is at the moment. That many allowed to be involved, potentially anyway, as Navas plays another crossfield ball. Jordan. Back to Jesus Navas again. Suso, there was just for a minute, I wondered if that was just going to fall nicely on his left foot. It didn't, not quite. Banega's clever little chip. De Jong brought that down beautifully and kept it alive as well. Once again, Suso loves to get onto that left foot. Shot blocked by Godin on the way through. Suso did score the equaliser, remember, against Manchester United.
It was unfortunate there for Suso. as he come inside on his left foot, it just seemed to bobble and hit him on the shin and took that extra touch before he could shoot. So he needed to take the extra touch then. You can see he's disappointed with himself. It's a great opportunity.
Refuses to talk about all the things that have happened in his path with Spain and Real Madrid. Lopetegui, you can understand why. Just wants to concentrate on what's going on here. Like Conte, he's looking for his first European trophy as a coach tonight. One of them's going to get lucky.
Bastoni with the yellow card here.
Yep, he's the latest one in the book. It's a mounting list.
Just going to see on Suso. There's that a yellow card. It's a tackle from behind. You can see that Jordan told Barella blatantly in front of the referee, didn't get a yellow card, and there Bastoni goes into the referee's book.
You'd have to say, though, wouldn't you, in the referee's defence, this is not an easy game to handle, and he's certainly not getting too much help from the players. They're looking for any edge they can get out there. He's put down again. He was revealing in an interview he nearly joined West Ham United last summer before coming to sign for Sevilla. And back to Bastoni. Young enjoying that wing-back role. And he could make a bit of history tonight. Could be the first English player to win the UEFA Cup or Europa League, having played in the final with a foreign team. David Platt did get a medal in '93 with Juventus, but he wasn't involved in the final that year. Martinez with the attempted layoff, didn't work really. Koundé cost about £22 million, the young defender. I think if they sold him now, it'd be a fair bit more. Ocampos looking to spread the play out to Reguilon. Looking to get the better of Godin, he did too, and thumped it into the side netting. Well, that's probably the right idea, to just expose Godin's pace a little bit. If there's one thing he's lacking these days, it might be a yard of pace.
First and foremost, great play from Ocampos on the halfway line. You know, the ball out to Reguilon. He knew he was there, and then the little move on the outside, gets on his left foot, tries to fire it across into the side netting.
Inter tonight trying to win their 7th European trophy. They won 3 European Cup stroke Champions Leagues and 3 in the UEFA Cup in the 90s. One of those they didn't win in the European final, famously, was 1967. Celtic's Lisbon Lions beating them. Tommy Gemmell, Stevie Chalmers, legends still up north of the border. Bastoni. There's Brozovic. Lukaku looking to play D'Ambrosini in. Corner kick.
He's going to see as he gets the foot to the ball. Yeah, good decision.
Great camera work. Case proved. This final is on a knife edge. Barella, Young, thought about the shot, let it go. Not quite. He has scored 4 times since he arrived in Milan. 4 assists as well.
Well worked, wasn't it? You know, they went short. Ashley found himself in a good position. You know, we see him hit free kicks in there from that distance for Manchester United. Good opportunity.
Both him and Lukaku owe Sevilla one, because Sevilla knocked Manchester United out of the Champions League a couple of seasons ago, and both of them were playing for United that night. 2-1 win for Sevilla, Old Trafford. Gagliardini, Alessandro Bastoni. Brozovic, who was in that Croatia side that beat England in the World Cup semis. Alongside Rakitic and Modric. Quite good company to have in midfield. De Vrij, that's too long. Nothing Lukaku's going to be able to do about that. Pace has slowed a bit, hasn't it? A bit less frenetic. Could have hardly have been any more. Fernando. It's another one who has won this competition before in his days with Porto some 9 years ago, the holding midfield player for Sevilla. Koundé off on a run here from the back. Navas. Lovely looking cross again. He might be nominally the right back, but 3/4 of the time he's playing, like you said, Robbie, as an out-and-out right winger, isn't he? Pushed that high.
He's put some great balls into the box once again. Ocampos on the back post, stationary, as was De Jong.
Sousa with this ball in. De Vrij got the header away. Reguilon wide. Here's Ocampos.
Just got to feel that Inter have got to get the ball up to the front two a bit more. You know, we've seen how devastating Lukaku can be when he got the penalty, scored the penalty, but he hasn't had much of the ball since that moment, you would say. Martinez has been very quiet. Maybe you've got to give Sevilla credit for that.
Wonder whether Christian Eriksen might get a chance to unlock the Sevilla defence and win the match for his team. It's been a little bit frustrating for him since he arrived from Tottenham. Of course, he's in the Champions League final last year. Liverpool-Tottenham.
Campos working exceptionally hard for his side. Goes down there. But no idea what he goes down for.
Yeah, that's anyone's guess, I think.
Tell you what, he works exceptionally hard on that left-hand side, though, Ian, doesn't he?
He really does. I think he's feeling that injury a little bit. Just had a shot of him a moment or two ago after he'd had that effort on goal. Just feeling that area where the bandaging is on his thigh. Godin. Misunderstanding in the end between him and D'Ambrosio. Nothing doing down there.
You know, it might be time soon, as you said. You know, Eriksen, he's on the bench, he's warming up. Just for somebody to get hold of that ball and maybe get the ball higher up the pitch and try and look for those little through balls to the front two of Inter. You know, like Banega's trying to do for Sevilla, dictate the play. You know, Brozovic is not seeing much of the ball. Yes, he sets up the equaliser for Golden with a great free kick. No, but Gagliardini and Barella aren't getting on the ball, so maybe it might be time for somebody like an Eriksen just to try and get on the ball and a bit higher up the park for Inter.
Let's see whether Antonio Conte is thinking the same way. But it just changes the blend slightly in that midfield. Eriksen struggling to start because Barella is playing so well, isn't he? He seems to be the one with the license to do most of the more forward, creative type work in the midfield. Brozovic and Gagliardini just a little deeper. Here is Gagliardini in front on the ball now. Navas, such a part of the furniture at Sevilla, despite his spell away at Manchester City, that One of the stadiums at the training ground is actually named after him. Over 500 games for the club in 2 spells. He's been very good out here in Germany. Here he is on the ball again now. Campos stopped in his tracks by Godin's run.
Good defending. Godin's seen the run of Campos, followed him. Still trying to press Sevilla.
Yeah, his high press is on here. Yeah, goalkeeper clearing with the outside of the foot. Don't see that too often. Now then, Lukaku is in behind here. Flag stayed down, Lukaku! Brilliant save, a vital one. Not the first in these knockout stages from Yassine Bono.
Brilliant save. Lukaku was, you know, the flag didn't go up. Obviously they have to wait. Just try to slide it past the onrushing Bono. Good save. Just couldn't quite get the ball under total control, Lukaku, but there's the danger.
Big moment in the game. How important might it turn out to be? Because we kept asking that question when Manchester United had all those chances and Bono and the defenders were denying them the other night. Here it is again.
Onside. Got to say, good thinking from Barella. There's a touch. Look, it's just bobbling, isn't it? He just quite can't get it under control. Looks up, just goes to slide it. Got to say, that left leg of Bono. Great save, great goalkeeping. Brilliant against Manchester United. Big save in the final there.
And he wasn't really the first choice goalkeeper this season. That was Thomas Vaslik. He's fit again, not getting his place back the way Bono's playing. And last season Bono was relegated with Girona in Spain. Life of a footballer, eh? Gagliardini. Seeing if they can work something out. You're right, Lautaro Martinez has been very, very quiet, but that could change in an instant, given his level of ability around goal. Brozovic has to play go fetch. The 3/4 point of the game. Remember, of course, it can go to extra time and penalties tonight, if required. Sevilla have twice done it via that route as well in the past. Penalty shootout. Stoney. Sevilla beginning to just press a bit higher here. Even Banega joining it in. As fast as his legs could get in there anyway. Who's still got the mental and physical freshness maybe to go and get the goal that might grab this trophy? Gagliardini, Lukaku's cushioned header off. Just patient probing, really, from Inter. Brozovic, look, he was not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, I think the Campos has got a problem on that far side.
Yeah, I just wonder whether his race might be run. He's been feeling that that leg. He was a doubt for this game. We wondered whether he would even manage to start tonight. He did, but I think they're going to have to make a change here shortly, looking at everything going on the sidelines here. Yes, Munir, former Barcelona player, is going to come on to replace him. Well, they got the best part of 70 minutes out of him, didn't they, tonight? But I think that might be curtains, sadly for him. Games coming up on BT Sport. Women's Champions League quarter-final involving Arsenal against Paris Saint-Germain tomorrow, 6:30 on BT Sport 1 HD. On Sunday, don't miss it, the Champions League final. It looks a very tasty one, doesn't it? Bayern Munich against Paris Saint-Germain from 7 o'clock on Sunday night. The new season kind of starts next Saturday with the Community Shield. Cup winners Arsenal against champions Liverpool. 4 o'clock BT Sport 1 for that one. And just a reminder, a date for your diary, the Premier League will resume on September the 12th. Confirmation of the change. A frustrated Lucas Ocampos. I think he's been playing through the pain a bit tonight, hasn't he, from the word go?
Credit to him. He wants to play in the final, played in the semi-final as well. Desire to get onto the football pitch. Great effort from Ocampos. Worked tirelessly for his side tonight once again. He'll be disappointed he's coming off. You see there, Diego Carlos getting the strap in on his right leg.
Well, this has been a difficult schedule, hasn't it, for the players since the restart. They've been playing every 3 or 4 days, and of course these European teams have had the best part of another month on top of that as well. So people are have to patched up a little bit and just sent out there to soldier on. Obviously not too many risks can be taken, but I think factored into that is this is a final. Huge night for the players of both these clubs. Still waiting to come back out there. Diego Carlos, they need him back out there as well to get back into that central defensive position. He's there now. Wave back on by the referee. Martinez towards Barella. Martinez was just caught a bit late. There will be a free kick here for Inter.
We've seen him score a goal in the first half from a free kick. Good hold up play from Martinez. Koundé's right foot just caught him.
Godin, who scored by the header in the first half, has come up and is on the edge of the box looking for something on the far post again here. Young to take it, well versed Rahoutine, and Godin was nearly in there, just over the top of his head, punched away by the goalkeeper.
Great ball from Ashley Young, pace, curl. You're right, Godin so close to getting a touch there. Any touch, it takes it past Bono in goal.
Banega looking for movement ahead of him, of which there wasn't too much, frankly. Now De Jong show. To Suso. Navas, off on one of those twinkle-toed runs of his, just stopped in his tracks, and yellow card issued to, I think, Gagliardini.
Yeah, it is. Look, he pulls the shirt of Navas, but the referee books Gagliardini there, but didn't book Holdham for a similar pull of the shirt earlier. No consistency there for the referee. Now it's an opportunity. Banega, obviously Ocampos has gone off though. You know, we've seen how dangerous they've been as a combination from Banega's delivery.
I wonder if they have a substitute for Ocampos who plays the same role should he be off the pitch with the same routine. Might be a wee bit more difficult. Or do they go to the back post where De Jong is hoping for a hat-trick, of course. It is towards that back post. And it's turned into the back of the net as well. Sevilla are ahead again. Diego Carlos, who was the villain at one end, is the hero at the other one. Spectacular bicycle kick, it deflected and in, and Sevilla, the specialists of the Europa League, lead again here.
Wow, you've got to say, what a goal. Strapping on your right leg, whether it's your thigh or your hamstring. Ball goes in, and just watch this for mobility. Brilliant goal. It's Lukaku, isn't it? Is it on target or is it going wide? I think it's going wide. I think it's an own goal from Lukaku.
Goal. Yeah, I knew there was a deflection. It's a heavy one. It's a spectacular effort. He won't get it. Lukaku has scored at both ends in a European final. That's definitely going down as an own goal. That would have gone wide had he not stuck a leg out.
Wow. Now that's the talking point. If that proves to be the winner, the contribution Diego Carlos has had, should he be on the park? That is the big talking point now.
Well, you almost kind of knew something like that would happen.
You said it in the first half, and that will be, you know, if Diego Carlos goes on to score the winner, obviously that's going to go down as a Lukaku own goal, but the contribution, the mobility, what technique from Diego Carlos. You know, Owen Hargreaves thought it was a yellow. I honestly believe that with Lukaku in the box on his left foot, I don't think they were covering defenders. I thought, because there was no intention to play the ball, it should have been a red, but no, it wasn't.
Yep, that looks an even bigger call now. I mean, you just get the feeling that sometimes things are written in the stars. Can Inter bite back again, though?
We've got to give the Sevilla team so much credit. You know, I thought Manchester United would have too much from, but the performance of Bono, you know, got them through it. Wolves could have taken the lead with a penalty. They won that game. Goal behind early tonight. You've got to give him so much credit.
3 substitutes coming up, 3 former Premier League players coming on. Victor Moses, Christian Eriksen and Alexis Sanchez, who's had a bit of a hamstring problem out here in Germany, but he's over that. Is he going to play a big role? After what's been a difficult couple of years, no question about it, in his career. But there's been some quite good cameos from him when Inter have used him this season. Alexis Sanchez. Eriksen did come on and score quite quickly in one of the earlier rounds too against Getafe. This is an unusual type of substitution being made here by Sevilla. Franco Vasquez taking the place of Suso. So Eriksen is on, and Lautaro Martinez, quiet night for him. He's being hooked here now, substituted. Alexis Sanchez will go up there, I think, playing quite near to Lukaku. Moses will play wide, and it's D'Ambrosio who's trudged off, rather sadly, having to leave by the nearest exit point on the far side. Here's Barella. So they've changed the mix. Young took a knock from Jordan. Barella was caught out there. Vasquez. For a moment, De Jong was in a bit of space and he wasn't fouled.
Yeah, I was looking at him. Vasquez, I think he just whipped the ball around the defender there. Luke De Jong was in a great position. Vasquez just onto the part, though, decided to turn backwards.
Barella's challenge. Remember, he has had a yellow card already.
Is that a foul, really?
Nothing much in that, really, was there? But it is a free kick to Sevilla.
His foot's not that high, is it?
Banega knows that if he can get this right and they can find another effort on goal that ends up in the back of the net, that probably will settle the whole thing. Banega plays it in there. This time it's Koundé, the defender, who got his head to it.
The quality of ball from Banega tonight has been brilliant. You know, just puts it right in the area there where it can be attacked. Koundé, too much on it.
You can hardly say that Sevilla have had an easy route, can you? Either Roma, Wolves, Manchester United, now Inter. Here's Young. Just as we thought, that big chance for Lukaku, one-on-one, not taken, big save by the goalkeeper. That's come back to bite the Italians here. Brozovic, misunderstanding, picked up by Reguilon. Barella, Eriksson. Here's Young. Eriksson plays it back again towards Young. That was better from Inter. A bit more of a inventive, creative edge to the attack that time.
Wonderful defending though from Navas.
Bastoni towards Lukaku. And then Sanchez off the line by Koundé. Alexis Sanchez with nearly his first touch. Very, very nearly scored.
Oh, what a game. Wonderful defending. Wonderful defending first from Navas. 3 Sevilla players down.
Well, it looks like a casualty station, doesn't it?
Just going to see now, look at that, what a tackle it was. And then Sanchez, brilliant defending. That man, Koundé, great position.
Nearly a dream start for Alexis Sanchez.
And there's the goal. See, it was going wide. Lukaku trying the best for his side, just comes off his right foot. Goalkeeper no chance. But look at that for desire there, Ian, defending from Sevilla.
This is just what they did against Manchester United. Well, they're saying it's Diego Carlos's goal. They're giving it. I don't think you can, with the best will in the world, as good as that bicycle kick was.
Well, from our angles, it's definitely going wide.
I don't think Sevilla care awfully at this point. They're going to bring on the man who had to serve a period in quarantine, having tested positive for COVID-19, a midfield player, Goodell, Emmanuel Goodell. Fernando is going off for a bit of treatment, and Youssef En-Nesyri, the striker who's been starting until tonight, he's going to come on too. It's getting late for Inter here. Lukaku over towards Alexis Sanchez. Flag was up, offside. Fernando wants to come back on, heavily strapped left wrist. Looks a painful one, doesn't it? Last 3 Europa finals that Sevilla have been in, they've scored 3 goals in each of those. Against Dnipro, the Ukrainian team, Liverpool, and now tonight. Still waiting to make those two substitutions, Sevilla. There's Bastoni. Moses. Well, if it finishes like this, it's going to be a bittersweet end to the season for Romelu Lukaku, isn't it?
34 goals, same as the great Ronaldo in his debut season with Inter. Big chance it was. 1-on-1 with Bono, but the form Bono was in the semi-final. Great save. As Luke de Jong goes off, 2 goals, Ian.
And he's getting a standing ovation from all the Sevilla substitutes, the whole delegation. And he deserves it as well. The Dutchman with 2 big headers tonight. And Nasiri says a private prayer before coming on. Goodell taking their time with this. The time, in theory, should be added on afterwards. Well, suddenly Diego Carlos, instructed by from the people at the sideline to go down, went down, but he's coming off as well. Oh, we're making a right song and dance of this, and of course it may not be accidental. Well, much involved one way and another again. Diego Carlos, who's given away 3 penalties in Germany, but played an important part in what could be the winning goal.
I think they've got to 3 centre-halves, you know, Goodell and Fernando, alongside Koundé now, with Reguilon and Navas as the wing-backs.
They're going to try and sit in. They've got fresh legs to chase around up front in this series. Muniz, of course. Here's Sanchez. Franco Vasquez got an important foot in there. Dan has got through a lot of good work in midfield. You're right, yeah, Goodell is playing as part of a back 3 by the look of it. Moses trying to find Eriksson. Eriksson's been more on the bench than starting since he went to Inter. Is Antonio Conte going to be foiled again? Just 3 minutes remaining, plus anything they want to add on at the end of it. It was a high boot in there by Brozovic, wasn't it?
I'm not sure where was it. En-Nesyri was caught holding his head. I don't think it was a boot. Didn't touch his head.
Well, those faces tell a story.
It's quite incredible, Ian, that Sevilla haven't conceded a goal, as I said, just before half-time in the last 12 games in all competitions in the second half. Will that record continue? It does, with 3 minutes to go. They lift the Europa League for another occasion.
And they're successfully breaking the rhythm of the game here in the closing stages, which is exactly, I think, what they're trying to do, just to get to the finishing line. Muniz, the player who goes down and stays down. And I think every player in a white shirt in the closing stages is going to do that. I think, to be fair, most teams will do the same this close to winning a big trophy. They've rattled in 3 goals tonight. Lukaku around the corner. Eriksen with Sanchez arriving in the middle. He took his time with the cross. It might fall for Sanchez though. And in the end, Navas can just chest that back to his goalkeeper. No problem.
I think Navas has been unbelievable for Sevilla tonight. Look at the positional play. Look at the coolness, the calmness to find himself just chesting it back to the goalkeeper there. He's been wonderful, the Sevilla captain.
Yeah, shining example, wonderful pro, Jesus Navas, captain of Sevilla in the teams that won in 2006 and 2007. One of those finals against a Middlesbrough team which included Gareth Southgate, Mark Viduka, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Mark Schwarzer. Got to be quick here. Inter now. De Vrij. De Bastoni. So frustrating, really, for Inter. Second in Serie A, and it looks like they might be second in the Europa League as well. But there are 6 added minutes here. That might lift them. Eriksen, back to Brozovic. A lot of players to aim at, and it just goes behind in the end.
Big chance for Candreva, wasn't it? Just try to swoop that in, but Bono with the save again. Great ball into the box, big chance.
And just couldn't really make any contact with the ball, Candreva. And Inter save themselves. Franco Vasquez with the header away. Comes out to Barella. Every white shirt behind the ball. Sevilla are nearly there, but not quite. Now Sanchez is the player penalised, and Sevilla will take an eternity in getting this taken. Can only imagine the scenes really in that beautiful Spanish city of Seville tonight, with everybody, I'm sure, in front of a television screen somewhere. It's almost like they own this trophy. Other people do win it, but it keeps coming back to Sevilla. It's an almost entirely new team, a new coach, same story. Navas anywhere will do really as far as Sevilla are concerned now. This on a night when Inter had the lead very early on from the penalty spot. Throw to Sevilla. A lot of glances over to the sidelines. A lot of indications about how much time there might be remaining. Looks like about 3.5 minutes. Belted away by Victor Moses. Who's, of course, part of Antonio Conte's title-winning Chelsea side. In the series. Inter are going to get a free kick, which they have to hit long now, surely. It's a bit of a misunderstanding. Barella's ball, but he was fouled actually by Franco Vasquez, and Barella's making exactly that point after the ball had gone there. Well, there was a time when Italian teams were winning this competition on a regular basis, but Inter are, in fact, the first finalists they've had in this competition since Parma back in 1999. And it doesn't look like it's going to be a winning appearance for them.
But you're right, Roma, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Manchester United, Inter. You know, the run they've had, if they lift the trophy with men after goal, what a run, what a team, what a performance.
Here's Munir. Real character and fight, craft as well, and skills. They just know how to do it, don't they? Banega, he's going off to play in Saudi Arabia for Al Shabab after this, but he's going to go away by the look of it as a winner of this competition for the third time, same as Navas. Is there one final opportunity left in what little time remains for Inter? They're going to go long towards Lukaku. Reguilon will let this run successfully too. No real alarms other than that one off the line from Alexis Sanchez and the quarter chance maybe for Candreva.
So close.
They do punch above their weight. They've only been champions of Spain once in 1946. But Real Madrid are out of Europe this season. Barcelona are out of Europe. Atletico Madrid are out of Europe. But Sevilla are very much in. And seconds away from adding to their record haul of trophies in this competition. It is over. Super Sevilla, kings of Europa yet again for a sixth time. Extraordinary. Dramatic night in a deserted Cologne stadium, and they've done it again. Specialists in success in this competition, and some of their players are in tears. Many of them, this is a European debut season, but not old hands like Navas and Banega. Lopetegui, the coach sacked by Spain, who only lasted 14 games at Real Madrid, now has a European trophy to his name. It's marvellous rehabilitation for him. And Sevilla continue this amazing run. They're now 21 games unbeaten, 2 from Luke de Jong. They've given the third one to Diego Carlos, or UEFA have. I think that will be corrected to a Lukaku own goal because it was going quite a bit wide, as good an effort as it was. Doesn't matter. Sevilla aren't going to argue long about that. They've got the trophy again. And Inter, who finished a point behind Juventus in a very, very good effort in Serie A, who must have thought it was going to be their night tonight when they went ahead early. They are just the latest to bump into Sevilla's success wagon. He's in tears too, and you can only imagine the fiesta going on the streets of Seville tonight. They've won the Europa League final yet again. And again, what a moment it is for Julen Lopetegui. You know, he was unbeaten during his 20 games in charge of Spain, and of course he won European youth tournaments with them as well, which was projecting him towards the big time, until it did go wrong with the national team when the news leaked of his move to Real Madrid. There are still fans in parts of Spain who regard him as something of a traitor over what happened with the Spain national team. But in Seville, he is an absolute hero, and even more so tonight. Look at these players kissing that trophy, which is the heaviest of the European trophies. A very handsome one it is too. By the way, Lopetegui very nearly became the manager of Wolves as well. That was all lined up before he got the Spain job. So he is quite a story. Bit of a haunted look on the face of Ashley Young and the other Inter players. But what is it about this club and that trophy? Must be something in the air in Andalusia. Whoever signs for them, they just play so brilliantly, coming from behind in the semi-final and the final to triumph yet again. They've beaten Middlesbrough, Espanyol, Benfica, Dnipro, Liverpool, and now Inter in those 6 victories. Serial winners, long, lingering kisses, because this is an ardent love affair. And what a moment too for Jesus Navas, who really is Mr. Sevilla. Eva Banega in his farewell match for the club, unless he changes his mind. I agree with Owen Hargreaves about that. But it's going to be Navas. Alexander Seferin, the president UEFA, hands it over. And for the 3rd time, he's going to lift it. He did it in 2006, 2007. Longest gap in history for any single player to be doing it yet again. The winger turned right back, the evergreen Jesus Navas. He used to be homesick for Sevilla, who are Europa League champions all over again.